The first thing I want to say right at the beginning is this. If you value serious, well-researched history that connects the past to real-world survival lessons, make sure you subscribe to After the Sirens and leave a comment with your thoughts as you listen. This channel exists for people who don't just want stories, but usable knowledge. What we're covering today is not trivia. During World War II, food was power, and civilians learned very quickly that what you could hide often determined whether your family endured or collapsed. Occupying forces across Europe systematically seized food supplies, rationed civilians to the edge of starvation, and punished hoarding severely. Yet families adapted with quiet ingenuity. These 7 foods were hidden not out of greed, but out of necessity, and the methods behind them still offer practical lessons for anyone interested in food security, resilience, or long-term preparedness. Pork was often slaughtered secretly at night, salted heavily, and smoked in kitchens where the smell could be masked by bread baking or, burning damp wood. Hams and sausages were then hidden in false ceilings, behind removable wall panels, or inside chimneys that were no longer used. Families understood airflow, salt concentration, and time. For modern survivalists, this really reinforces the importance of learning dry curing and smoking techniques. A small amount of preserved meat can provide dense calories and protein when fresh food access disappears. Grains and flour were concealed because, bread meant life. Flour was one of the first items seized by occupying forces, yet it was the backbone of civilian survival. Families hid grain in sealed jars, buried beneath floorboards, or disguised as animal feed. In some regions, wheat was hidden inside double-walled furniture or mixed with chaff to make it appear inedible. Milling was done quietly, often at night, using hand mills. Today, this translates directly into preparedness planning. Whole grains store far longer than flour and can be hidden in plain sight if stored properly. Hand milling remains one of the most overlooked survival skills. Dried legumes were protected because they replaced meat. Beans, lentils and peas became critical protein sources when livestock was confiscated. These were often stored in cloth sacks hidden inside mattresses or layered inside walls during home repairs. Legumes were valued not only for nutrition, but for their trade potential on the black market. For modern readers, the lesson is nutritional density. Dried legumes are cheap, long-lasting, and versatile. Knowing how to soak, sprout, and cook them efficiently reduces fuel use and increases digestibility. Honey and sugar were hidden because they preserved everything else. Sugar was rationed heavily, and honey became a substitute for calories, preservation, and morale. Jars of honey were hidden underground, inside wells above the waterline, or buried in gardens. Honey never spoils, making it ideal for long-term concealment. Families used it to preserve fruits, ferment drinks, and barter. The modern lesson is clear. Shelf-stable sweeteners are strategic assets. Honey, molasses, and sugar extend food life and provide quick energy in high-stress environments. Cooking fats were concealed because calories mattered more than volume. Butter, lard, and rendered animal fat were often hidden in sealed crocks, buried in cold soil, or disguised as soap-making supplies. Fat was essential for labourers and children, yet easily seized. Families rendered fat themselves to control quality and quantity. For modern application, understanding fat storage and rendering is critical. Calories from fat are compact, efficient, and essential for long-term endurance. Preserved fruits and vegetables survived because jars told lies. Canned and jarred foods were often disguised with false labels or deliberately poor presentation to look spoiled or undesirable. Some families buried jars horizontally to avoid detection during cellar searches. Fermentation, pickling and drying allowed food to survive without official ration stamps. Today, these same preservation methods remain among the most reliable for independent food systems. World War II families didn't survive occupation by luck. They survived through knowledge, discipline, and a deep understanding of food as strategy. These lessons remain relevant because scarcity doesn't announce itself politely. If this kind of historically grounded survival knowledge matters to you, subscribe to After the Sirens, share this video with others who value serious history, and leave a comment with what topic you want us to explore next.